With the suction and discharge bore opened and pressure caps removed, begin by removing the discharge valve. In this walkthrough, we will be using the Acumen International sliding jaw puller rod and auto retracting jack. Install the seat puller rod into the discharge seat, place the jack over the puller rod, and run down the spider nut snug onto the top of the jack. Once snug, we will begin the pull with the hydraulic pump. During removal, it is normal to hear popping as the seat is being removed from the taper. Monitor the pressure gauge of the pump. We can witness the seat pull completed as the pressure drops. Applying leverage to the puller rod to knock the seat loose will allow the seat to pull out freely. Remove the discharge seat from the bore. Next, we will remove the suction valve spring retainer, spring, and suction valve from the bore. With the suction seat ready, we will install the seat puller rod into the suction seat. Place the jack over the bore and run down the spider nut snug onto the top of the jack. Once snug, we will begin the pull with the hydraulic pump. Remove the suction seat from the bore. Repeat procedure for remaining bores. To install new seats and valves, we will begin by cleaning the seat tapered bores in the block. Special care should be taken to ensure the tapers are clean, dry, and free of debris. Any debris present in the taper could undermine the seat taper's sealing ability and lead to a seat deck washout. Inspect the new seats for any damage to the taper, O-ring, or strike face. Wipe off any rust inhibitor present on the seat prior to installation. Install the seat with no lubricant on the taper or O-ring seal. Install the suction seat into the block. Install a valve into the suction seat and use a bar to tap the valve to start the seat into the taper. Special care should be taken to visually ensure the seat is set into the taper. Failure to properly set the seat may lead to a seat deck washout. Install the suction valve spring onto the suction valve, then the suction valve spring retainer on top of the suction valve spring. Special care should be taken to ensure the suction valve spring aligns with the suction valve centralizing geometry and the suction valve spring retainer is set into the suction spring. Next, using a spring retainer tool, we will push down and twist the suction valve spring retainer to a horizontal position in the retainer groove. The suction seat and valve installation is complete. With the discharge seat taper cleaned, seat inspected, and rust inhibitor wiped off, the seat is now ready for installation. Install the discharge seat into the discharge seat taper with no lubricant on the taper or seal. Install a valve into the discharge seat and use a bar to tap the valve to start the seat into the taper. Place the discharge spring onto the discharge valve, ensuring that the spring is set onto the valve centralizing geometry correctly. The discharge seat and valve installation is complete. It is critically important to ensure the seats are fully set by achieving a minimum of 10,000 psi in pressure test prior to using the pump in a stage. Repeat this process on the remaining bores. Use the available suction and discharge pressure cap and retainer installation videos to complete the fluid end assembly.